classmates. Nice to meet you. My name is Daniela Rodriguez Hernandez. I am 19 years old. I live in the city of Piedecuesta, Santander, and I am studying a Bachelor of Foreign Languages with an emphasis in English. I like to go to the gym, do the Rumba with my classmates, play with my nephew, sing, draw mandalas, and paint. I like to eat fruits, vegetables, and my favorite food is chicken. I don't like ice cream, sweets, or empanadas, and I am a happy and fun person when it is time. They are Juan Carlos.
Hello guys, my name is Juan Carlos Rincon Galvis. I am 25 years old. I currently live in Iran. I really like to play soccer as well as I really like technology and online games. I want to be able to finish my career so that I can travel to other countries where English is spoken and improve it. They are Ivan.
Hello guys, my name is Ivan Mauricio Becerra. I am 25 years. I studied a degree in English. I like in Bucaramanga. I like to play baloncesto, volleyball, and football. They are Maria Natalia.
Hello, my name is Maria Natalia Cuña Vivas. I'm 19 years old. I live in Bucaramanga. I'm from Bogota. I like animals. I like to eat. I like to go out. I like to chat with my brother and my friends. I like to draw and listen to music. I don't like squinting very much. They are Natalia.
Okay, don't know if there is a Natalia, but I'm here and I'm Neila Rojas. I'm 44 years old, and I have to say that I am a police officer and I have been working for Colombian National Police for 15 years. And I have a 4 years old son. His name is Alejandro, and he's gorgeous, dynamic, and intelligent boy. I'm interested in traveling and culture. My favorite food is spaghetti, and my favorite sport is basketball. Now I live in Bucaramanga, Santander.
Okay, um, the question of short or film. My answers. Questions. Could the U.S. Air Force have prevented the attacks? My answer. The air defense failure to intercept the four hack airplanes. The Secret Service has revealed that the plane was being observed on a radar from White House for at least 30 minutes before it reached. They instead scheduled so many exercises in one day while leaving only four jets on alert to defend the very sector of the country that was most likely to be attacked. They are Juan Carlos.
Okay, my answer to this question is there are many conspiracy theories around these attacks, and none are far from the truth, since the United States has the best intelligence service in the world, as well as its inviolable Air Force, and of course the anonymous monitoring that is done to people from the Middle East, as well as people with radical religious belief. For example, 3 months before the attacks in June 2021, an FBI agent in Phoenix named Kenneth Williams sent a memorandum to Washington warning that members of the terrorist organization Al-Qaeda were taking place in an aviation school within the United States, a little less than a month before when to learn to be Boeing 747 Zacharias Moussoul, of French Moroccan origin, was arrested for 20 terrorists, the one to Colgate on the plane. The other 19 did manage to complete their mission of September 11. But there are more a dozen intelligence agencies in the United States, including the FBI and the CIA, intercept two conversations in Arabic on September 10 that suggests a serious terrorist and the next day. The great meeting at Cherau but message were announced, but do you know what happened that no one translated those messages until September 71, that is one day after the attacks. In the other words, the United States government did have several warnings, at least for about possible terrorist attack, but he didn't know what to do with them, and the results are on site. Okay, Derivan?
First question, my answer. Yes, because when there is a terrorist attack of any kind, the Air Force radar detects the immediately, but at the time of the terrorist attack of the Twin Towers, the Air Force hijacked was flying near the Twin Towers. They are Maria Natalia.
In my opinion, from what I could see in the video, their force could have prevented the attack if they had no delay in making decisions. They actions were taken since achieve plane crash in the Pentagon, and the only action that it was taken on the president was to shut down the planes and save innocent lives. They are not
Okay. Um, I have to add to your answers that about if USA Air Force could have prevented the attacks, as the documentary says, there was a flood of warning about possible terrorist attack in the States, and it was very specific, using airplanes as a weapons. From there, USA Air Force must to be prepared because despite they didn't know where the attack will take place, they have to make a stronger activity of air patrol. The documentary says that especially 9/11, there was a lot of commanders in charge because there were administrator status very suspicious. Dear Daniela, the second question, please.
Okay, the second question is, were the Twin Towers deliberately demolished by explosives? My answers, yes, it was demolished because no evidence fire program was widely discharged from the stair. No evidence for temperatures high, a knife to serious weaken the steel, and no valid explanation on how the trusses could have fallen and broken the external structure initial collapse is full compatible with controlled demolitions. They are Juan Carlos.
Okay, my opinion is the next. This theory is very powerful, since an airplane of this size could not have caused such an explosion. On September 11, the North Tower was hit by American Airlines Flight 11 and the South Tower by United Airlines Flight 175, but Boeing 767 aircraft. The South Tower collapsed 56 minutes later from the impact, and the North Tower collapsed after 2 minutes. The investigation concluded caused by aircraft impact and the weakening of the columns and floor caused by fire that flew towers. were brought down by controlled demolition with explosives placed prior to September 11, 2001. Give all this research and personal opinion, it seems to me greatest stupidity and organization like NIST, controlled mainly by the state. However, that this research, you don't have to be a genius to know that they are going to try to hide my cap and hide what really happened. Okay, Ivan?
Second question. My answer. No, according to reports, two aircraft hit the twin towers. They are Maria Natalia.
Um, the government hides many truths, and this is one of them. These audible create withstand cannons, means the ability to withstand any part to collide in the way. It's now possible that the impact was on the open floors and that they had weakened the structure of the tower, causing the to collapse were again again. Natalia.
I'm sorry, Natalia. I'm Neila. So I will carry on with this second part, okay? But I'm Neila. I'm sorry. Okay, about if the twin towers were deliberately demolished by explosive, I joined to you in the idea to confirm that the materials and structure of the buildings of the World Trade Center could receive the impact and report a lower damage as we watch in images and videos about it all the time. Yes. Daniela, please.
Oh, okay, the third questions. Were some people for about that attacks? My answers. There were multiple warnings by the US in the previous months with specific possible hijacks of airlines to be used weapons. There, Juan Carlos.
Okay, my opinion on this question is the following. In addition to the message intercepted by the United States security system, which were ignored, and that a day after the attacks were reviewed, there is nothing official that says that the United States was warned. This as previously mentioned, my personal opinion it was a plan that in the long run had nothing secret, giving us a false security agreement, but many seem unified, although many years have passed, and there are many misnamed conspiracy theories, but when analyzing and studying is not far from reality. Okay, Van?
Third question, my answer. The attack of the Twin Towers was detected directly by the Air Force radars, and from there it was deployed to help the victims. They are Maria Natalia.
In my opinion, source, there were multiple warnings to the United States that they were going to carry out possible hijackings of planes. Would they playing crazy and say that everything to the surprise? There, Naila.
Um, okay, in my opinion, and as documentary said, there was a flood of warnings about possible terrorist attacks in the United States. And the news around the world were publishing information um, about the imminent air attack. Even German intelligence and President Vladimir Putin warning USA to the attack.
Okay,
Uh,
the fourth question. Was the Pentagon with by an airplane? My answers. An accurate analysis of the damage both outside and inside the building shows that the Pentagon could not have been struck by at 757 in any chaos. In particular, the report by the American Society of Civil Engineers that the exit hole in the third line of the Pentagon report on the Pentagon could not have been used by the airplane. A visual analysis of the mass main of the ground floor can easily confirm that no substantive object of any kind can have traveled from the entry to the exit hole. There, Juan Carlos.
Okay, my answer on the question is at first glance, many people converse that attacking the Pentagon is an almost impossible task, since in the has the greatest defense and attack technology ever known to man, and yet to think that a plane of the dimension could even approach the Pentagon without receiving any kind of obstacle seemed like a bad joke. American Airlines Flight 77 was the try flight hijacked as a part of the September 11, 2001 attack and was deliberately crashed into Pentagon, headquarters of the United States Pentagon of Defense. The plane, which covered the link between the Washington Dulles International Airport near Washington, D.C., and the Los Angeles International Airport in the city of the same name, was hijacked by five jihadi Saudis when it had been flying for 35 minutes. The Saudis entered the cabin of the plane and forced the passengers to go to the roof of the plane. Henny Hanjor, one of the yachts, assumed control of the flight, was a pilot. In heading for Hicknaysburg, only one passenger managed to make a call to his relative telling them what happened. The plane ended up crashing in the western facade of the Pentagon at 9:37:44 minutes, killing all 64 people on board, two pilots, four stewardesses, and 58 passengers, as well as 125 people in the building. Dozens of people witnessed it, and within minutes the news began to report on it. Likewise, the impact caused damage to a good part of the building and causing a fire, causing it a partial collapse, which has recoupled in August 70. However, despite all the testimony and evidence found that 184 people who perished in the attack. I remember in the Pentagon Memorial, adjacent to Pentagon at 71 meters apart with the 184 benches, one per victim organized according to year of birth. That is from 1993. Okay, there, Ivan.
For question, my answer. Clearly, an aircraft, the hijacked launching and missile at the Pentagon? They are Maria Natalia.
I had seen more videos in this impact to have more information. Always show the same thing. A small hole of around 5 meters in diameter in the wall where I complained plain cat fade. I don't know believe. There are nails.
Okay. About if was the Pentagon really hit by an airplane? I'd like to add to my parents' answer that the Pentagon was hit in an impossible position because the commercial flight, which was apparently crashed into the building, had to do an extremely difficult maneuver that matched with to match with the official report of 9/11. Such a maneuver that is very hard even for an expert pilot. So the idea of crash a plane in Area 2 is unbelievable. Dear Daniela, please.
Okay, the fifth question. Could the attacks have been prevented? My answer. Knowing that the attacks were imminent, knowing that they might involve Jack Airlines, but not knowing where and when they could would have been a good reason to beef up the defense and keep even more jets than usual on alerts all across. They are Juan Carlos.
Okay, the two agencies, but the FBI and the CIA work professionally and very hard to stop Al Qaeda, but they had different missions. The CIA's mission is to gather information to try anticipate what is going to happen. The mission of the FBI is to arrest suspect or guilty person and bring them to justice. The CIA sometimes opposes it because sometimes during trials, certain information comes to light that they could prefer to be kept secret. It is obvious that there is an institutional difference. In 21 cell, this they could prefer to keep secret, posed huge problem in the cooperation between the two agencies. Now they have been reorganized and after the attack, the National Anti-Terrorist Center was created, therefore cooperation and improved, not only between us agencies but between us agencies and other intelligence services around the world, but tragical 9/11 had to happen for that happen and it was personally the U.S. Intelligence Center that detected January 5 200 terrorist summit in Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia. Several Al-Qaeda operators met there to plan a series of attacks around the world. The radar Malaysia several of the National Security Agency, which is the one that monitors all conversation that its satellites managed to determine that one the leader was Mohammed Ali al-Qaeda, connected with the attacks on the U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania in 1998 that left 21 dead and it was determined a part of her family had obtained visas to enter the United States granted by the consulate in Jeddah, Saudi. These two entered the Los Angeles airport with a major problem in the password in the name, like for 9 months. with a major problem in several American cities and took training courses to fly airplanes. All this information was in the hands of the CIA but on now, or anyone else in the United States. Chance of controlling terrorist action within the United States was not informed. No one ever connect these terrorists on the Osama bin Laden network. I'm going to go. The great belief is that 9/11 could have been avoided, says Marco Rossini. He who died have now they were coming where to kill people. Okay, Ivan?
Fifth question, my answer. Yes, but the Pentagon had enough weapons to defend itself, and the attack on the Twin Towers was seen to be all calculated since enemy ships were seen near the towers. There are Maria Natalia.
Um, is this true? If the United States had hidden the warnings about the attack, I could easily have been avoided. There, Neila.
Okay. As I said, the documentary is explaining all the time facts that demonstrate that the attacks could be prevented, not just because the news around the world were publishing and um, alert, publishing information about the imminent air attack. Secret Service knows about it. FBA and CIA knows about the attack, but overall, because USA has the most advanced and sophisticated security system that make them available to prevent the attack. Daniela. Dear Daniela. I don't
Okay,
know if yes, you could explain your answer, and we are going to wait for Daniela. Okay,
okay,
please.
okay. The next question is, was Osama bin Laden really captured and killed? My opinion is the death of Osama bin Laden was announced on May 2, 2011, when elite United of the United States Armed Forces shot down Osama bin Laden in the course of a shooting in the Abbottabad, Pakistan. President Barack Obama reported publicly on the night of May 2 that a small special operation team had killed bin Laden's. The soldier who killed bin Laden was Robert Neil, a member of the Navy SEAL. The mission, codenamed Operation Neptune Spear, was carried out by units of the United States Naval Special Warfare Development Group, Elite SEAL Unit, under U.S. Special Operations Command. United States is coordination with operation of the Central Intelligence Agency CIA. Pakistan authorities confirmed that bin Laden was killed in Pakistan in clash with the U.S. military. According to the Obama administration, the body of bin Laden was thrown into the sea after probing through DNA tests. Then there was indeed fugitive. Later, the decision not to make public the photographs and DNA sample that the United States claimed to have would generate controversy. The operation itself was not without controversy either. The confusing information revealed important contradiction regarding the official version of the operation. Among these centered the most relevant in the reason why bin Laden could not be arrested alive is. Okay, Ivan.
Excuse me,
Yes, Daniela. Please,
my
your
answer,
start.
my answer. Sorry, this problem.
Go on,
Okay.
Daniela.
So,
The answer is six. Was Osama bin Laden captured and killed? My answer is Osama bin Laden was an invention of the U.S. government to find a culprit and thus be able to cover up the responsibility of the government in charge of George Bush for generating the attacks. Yeah, everyone.
Mauricio.
That's okay.
Okay.
My answer, yes. When the capture of in was ordered, there were clashes between the enemies and the air force on the United States, and the diet bombarded. They are Maria Natalia.
Many theories had emerged in this regard. According to the government, he was killed at the time of his capture. Others say that this man was created by the government, or that they had already been captured and the Hats was already dead. We'll never know the truth. There, there, Naila.
Okay. The documentary says, okay, the first fact that the documentary says is that there are not photos released to the public. So, and they need, I'm sorry, I don't know where is my answer, so I'm going to improve. Okay. Um, I joined to you to explain that there is a lot of conspiracy theories that the I don't know, guys. Okay, if you can carry on, please, Daniela.
The seven questions.
Yes.
Yes, the last one, please.
Okay, the seventh question is was 1911 caused by the American government on purpose? My answers. The attack on the Twin Tower was a conspiracy by the group of, of newcons. Close the bus, how, while his knowledge repaired the operation and blamed Bin Laden with the aim of analyzing the U.S. are responsible and thus refute their, their theories of that the country slowed ran unilaterally through the war in defense of its interests and its values. There, Juan Carlos.
Okay. In my opinion, I have no doubt about the United States involvement in the attacks on the Twin Tower, the failure of the CIA to detect the warning sign of the attack on September 11, 2001 was become of the most controversial issues in the history of intelligence service. There have been did not notice. Obviously, warnings on the order choose who argue that it's notoriously difficult to identify threats in advance and that they use agency in everything reason of possible. That the United States government had prior knowledge of the attack and deliberately did nothing to prevent them. This group of terrorists therefore admits the existence of the Islamic hijacker and does not question the cause of the collapse of the Twin Towers, but accuse the government deliberately allowing the terrorists to carry out the attack. The theory of controlled demolition of the World Trade Center is the hypothesis that maintains that the collapse of the World Trade Center was not caused by the damage of the plane crash that took place and part of the attack of September 11, nor by the consequential damage or fires, but by explosives implanted in buildings in advance. In a scientific publication on February 1, 209, it claimed to have found evidence of the previously of the material called superthermity in the doors of the remains in the towers on the United States. Okay, Ivan.
And, seven question, my answer. According to evidence and no indication, as the Pentagon and Twin Towers attack was all planning according to the hijacked Air Force, as aircraft were found near the Ace Twin Towers minutes before the attacks. They are Maria Natalia.
There are many theories about it in I cannot say with it. Overnight, I was playing with the government I serve. But what I don't know what's true is that a lot of innocent people did. They are Nelly. Nelly.
Okay, the facts in the documentary relieve that there was a conspiration because USA needs an excuse to involve in Saddam Hussein war with Saddam Hussein war, and the debate in the documentary make a structural. I'm sorry. USA needs an excuse to involve in Saddam Hussein war and make a structural change in the air forces. Um, in the first part of the documentary, uh, they make a parallel with 12 um different similar things between 1911 and Pearl Harbor. Uh, they speak about um, a propaganda before the attack, commanders' news. Despite the congressmen denounce the imminent attack, they remained information withheld. Okay, the defense was weakened. That specifically, sorry, the microphone, please. Okay, that specifically they was not air patrol, so that is very suspicious. And they okay, I believe that indignation, yes, to justify the involvement of USA in war specifically.
Okay, people, congratulations on the activity. The time is 14 minutes.
Okay, teacher, was really I enjoyed that time with you.
Okay, good job, guys. Until the next time.
Okay, thank you very much. Daniela,
Okay.
please